What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Toys, Legos, and Collectibles. I know we haven't done one of these videos in a while. Garage sales have been short. Goodwill's been short. So I thought, to boost some content, to give you guys something to take a look at, I will do my top 10 LEGO Marvel minifigures that I actually have in the collection. So I love the minifigures, you love the minifigures, and we could go on 100 reasons why I love them. I love the exclusivity, I like the way they capture certain scenes very well. I like that they're all essentially the same parts, just in different combinations and prints and variants and stuff like that. I like that LEGO goes the extra mile and adds those details, and in every sort of iteration of a particular character, whether it's Iron Man or Poison Ivy or whoever, that they add a little something or they change it just a little bit to make it a little bit more collectible. So today what I thought I would do is I would take all the Marvel minifigures that I have in my collection and I would show you my top 10. And if you guys liked this video, what I would do is I'm going to ask you guys to leave a comment down below for our next top 10 minifigure set list. Do you want to see DC? We've got Star Wars. We've got all these minifigures just kind of sitting around, and they are cool. Maybe my rarest minifigures. I don't know. You guys leave some comments down below. Let me know what minifigure collections you want to see or what top 10 lists you want to see, and I'll do my best to put those together. Shouldn't be too hard with the slow time here with the Corona and no garage sales and stores and whatever. But so without further ado, I only have like one rule. I can't have 10 Spider-Mans because that's something that I would do. I would just be like, here's my top 10, all Spider-Mans. Can't do that. One character. Or one entry for one character. So we can't have, 5 Spider-Mans and 5 Iron Mans or whatever. So, okay. Let's start the countdown. All right, so before we get started, I just want to mention, I will put the set that these minifigures came out in the upper left or upper right. So if you're interested in these figures, you can go to those set numbers and look for them. So coming in at number 10 is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time, Dr. Octopus. And what I really like about this figure is that LEGO has these as existing parts. This is already in their parts catalog, but they utilize them in such a way as to give Otto Octavius here a nice pack that has his outstretched arms. And I really like the color scheme on it. I like how the printing from his lab coat goes over the leg printing. Although it does show a little green, you can kind of see where it's a little faded right there. It's almost like the paint transfer didn't go very well. That should be like a flat white color for his robes. I still think this is an awesome figure, and that's why it made number 10. All right, coming in at number 9 is everyone's favorite Colonel Nick Fury. I really like this. First of all, I'm a big Sam Jackson fan. So anytime you can get Sam Jackson in minifigure form, that is a plus. However, I really like this figure. I love that it comes with this car in the set. But I love the printing on this figure. I like how LEGO kept it really simple. Just basic black pants, utility belt, great likeness of Sam Jackson's portrayal of Nick Fury. But what I really like is they didn't skimp out on the printing on the head. You see he's got a patch, but on the actual minifigure they follow that line all the way around. Like if you had an eye patch actually on, they didn't stop sort of at the ears. You can see they stopped right there. I wish it would have kept going, but either way, very simple figure. I love the shoulder holster and the utility belt, and the car is a plus. So that's why Colonel Fury comes in at number 9. Number 8 on the list is another villain. They did some really cool villains in these Marvel sets. Here is Dr. Victor Von Doom. Very cool, out of the Daily Bugle set. They gave him kind of like a helicopter or a hovercraft or something in that set. I didn't really like the vehicle, but I love this minifigure. I love the way his face looks. It's hard to tell with the buckles where his cape are supposed to go. Those are sort of a metallic color. And then, of course, I'm going to use my pen, I think, from now on to point stuff out. But I love this green hoodie piece. Usually you see those on Jedis in the Star Wars lines, and they're black or brown. Barris Offee had a blue one of those, but I like to see pieces in different colors, and for this figure they made it in green. Very cool. Whoa, knocking him around. No reverse expression for Dr. Doom, which I think is an okay selection since he's got a metal face. But I like how they tried to show off like the rivets on the side of his helmet. So very cool. All right, coming in at number 7. Very cool minifigure here. This is Mary Jane. I believe it's from the Helicopter Chase. The Spider-Man set, obviously. First thing we want to mention is that this torso piece with the heart-shaped Spider-Man face on there, that is actually an exclusive piece. You can only get that in this one set. But what I really like about this figure is that I think it captures Mary Jane very, very well. First thing that you'll kind of notice, hopefully it'll come through on the camera, is that her hair color is a different color red. Usually LEGO sticks to like 5 basic colors, like blonde, black, brown, maybe like a lighter brown or a gray or something like that. But for this one, they use more of a, I want to say like a burgundy. It's not that dark, but it is a different color red, and it really stands out, and again captures the character very, very well. See, she's got longer hair and a ponytail, and I'll show you her secondary expression. All right, so we have her hair off. Here is her secondary expression. She has the the terrified look. The only thing I would do differently about this figure is if we're going to model this maybe after, you know, Emma Watson's portrayal of Mary Jane, maybe give her eyes a little color, you know, a little green in her eyes to kind of set it apart from other figures. Coming in at number 6, almost getting into the top 5, but it didn't make it, is another one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time, Venom. What a great character. I love the print on this guy. Very simple black and white design, but it captures that spider that goes across Venom's chest with the really wide legs that span the entire length of the chest. And then obviously he's got these floating tentacles kind of around him from the symbiote suit. And you know, it's just another backpack assembly like Dr. Octopus, but I think it really gives the character a lot of flair. You can pose those in a whole bunch of different ways. You can take these pieces off and put it in his hands, or, you know, build little builds for them that's on the ground like attacking Spider-Man. But really with this figure, the best part is that face. They really captured the Venom face very, very well. And like I said, almost made it into the top 5. Top 6 ain't bad. And that is Venom. Okay, here we are, top 5 time. Coming in at number 5. Almost got beat out by Venom, but it is Electro. Now, blue is my favorite color, so obviously this guy gets a huge thumbs up from me. I do like the, let me use a pen. Use my fingers, sends it out of focus. I do like these electronic beam pieces. They use those for the Emperor and Star Wars. There's a lot of uses for those pieces, but they're really great. Notice that the head is translucent, and as we spin this around, the arms are translucent as well. So that was a nice touch that LEGO added. In full honesty, they probably could have done something a little bit more with the back. You see, LEGO doesn't do a lot of back printing and side printing on the leg pieces. So when you find those pieces, they're actually kind of special. But you can see like his whole bodysuit, you know, his whole beam suit skin or whatever, it just stops. Like, I wish they would have done something with the back, but still a very cool figure. Very simple the way they designed the chest piece there. Just give him some muscles, some dark blue and white accents, and there you go. One face expression, that's all you need for this guy. But I really like that character, and I really like this minifigure. That's why it's number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Iron Man in the Mark 42 suit. I love this print. I love that, you know, he's got these, let me use a pen. I always had a pen, get the pen. But I love that, you know, he's got these rocket little accents right there. And something that LEGO doesn't do often. It's a little bit more common now, but you see he's got printing on the toe piece. LEGO really doesn't do that a lot. They only really do that on a lot of these intricate figures or licensed figures. And I talked about this when I picked up the Knights Kingdom playset, is that when LEGO partners with people, those partners want exclusive pieces and parts. They want their item to stand out, their license to stand out. So you'll see this type of intricate printing on a lot of the modern Lego stuff, just because that's what Marvel wants, or DC, or Star Wars, or whomever. But let's take the quick tour, and we'll get to a couple really cool features. Again, no back printing on the back of the legs or the side of the legs. It just stops, which again is weird, which is very cool. What I really love about these figures is I love the helmets, the way the helmets are set up. One of the best parts in the Iron Man movies, or when, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is when Iron Man's helmet flips up, right? Or comes away from his face. And LEGO actually recreated that with the flip top mask, which is very cool. So I'll show you Tony Stark's 2 facial expressions. All right, so Tony Stark has 2 facial expressions, like I said. There's the grr, let's go to battle face. And on the back, we have the uh-oh, I'm concerned face. So very nice that you get two facial expressions. And again, I love that mask. Iron Man is number 4. Coming in at number 3, I bet some of you guys thought this figure would be a little bit higher on the list, but number 3 is not bad. It is Red Boots Spider-Man. And you'll never guess in a million years why they refer to this one as Red Boots Spider-Man. Okay, maybe you see it. He has red boots. He has dual molded legs, or dual painted legs. Instead of just all blue, he now has red boots, which I love that touch on LEGO. We just got done talking about LEGO and how they don't follow through on the printing for leg pieces. Very rarely do you see, printing on the sides or toes, but on this figure they went all out. And as you can see, the color scheme goes all the way to the back, which absolutely is the reason that I love this figure. It looks great. Got a nice piece of webbing starting to get in the way. I love the face print. I love that they carried the webbing print all the way to the back. They completed the figure with the back of the uniform, which I like. Very cool. There's nothing really to not like about this figure. It's a basic Spider-Man figure with flair. That's why it's on the list, and that's why it's number 3. So the first runner-up, as they say, is another one of my favorite superheroes of all time. This is Captain America. This is actually a really cool figure if you can find it. You'll notice that he has these dark red hands. This was the only Captain America to feature those dark red hands. In later iterations, they gave him a brighter red, a fleshy tone color, and then I think on a couple of them he had brown hands to simulate gloves. I think there was like a motorcycle set or something like that. But I love that it comes with the shield as a very cool play feature, a play piece, and a little accessory. Now, it may not be coming through on the camera, but where these silver spots are, those are reflective. It's got a little shine to it. Again, capturing the character Captain America very, very well. Following through on the back with the back printing, and even doing some of that silver on the back, on the upper shoulders and lower torso there. But very simple figure. All of the really cool features are in the chest and the face. Love that Captain America look, that classic Captain America look. And the shield is also, like I said, it's also a bonus. That's really cool that it came with that. Coming in at number 1, the top LEGO minifigure from the Marvel line that I have in my collection right now. I really do. I love this figure. It's really, really cool. So let's just take a look. It is Starlord from Guardians of the Galaxy. When we talk about why I love minifigures and what I look for in really cool minifigures, is how well it captures a certain scene or a certain character. And this minifigure definitely does Chris Pratt and Starlord justice. I love that. Let me turn it a little bit. You can see that there's some printing on the legs to simulate, his longer coat. I love the authenticity that they went to in making his blasters. I was lucky to dig this out of a box of bulk Legos, so I was very happy to find both of his guns, which is cool. He does have a dual molded face, so we'll take a look at that. But the helmet is very cool as well. I don't think that this actually went with that figure or the hairpiece or something. But yeah, so let me show you his reverse face. So we'll get his hairpiece off, and we will turn turn it around, and he has the kind of chill smirk on his face. And then his front face is his grr, ready for battle face. But very cool figure. Let me throw the helmet on so you guys can see what the figure looks like with the helmet. Looks very cool. Just like that scene they play Come and Get Your Love, which is one of my favorite scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy. That movie was great. That's going to do it. That is my top 10 Marvel LEGO minifigures that I physically own in my collection. Right now, I was going to do honorable mentions, but it's one of those things where it's like, those honorable mentions may turn into figures that become part of the top 10 or top 15 later, so I won't spoil the surprise of what I have. Always love buying boxes of Legos. I always love to dig through it and dig out all the minifigure parts. One, it's therapeutic. Two, it's like a little, adventure. You feel like Indiana Jones or something, like you're digging up this great big archaeological find just to find, Spider-Man's arm or something. But anyway, what are some of your favorite LEGO minifigures or LEGO minifigure sets? Leave a comment down below. And guys, also don't forget, if you want to see more of these videos, kind of let me know what you want to see. We could do Jedi, Sith, Star Wars in general, DC. We could do a whole variety of things. So, like I said, just please be engaged. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, follow, social medias, all of those things. It really helps the channel out. See you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves.